Famous Hollywood actors make up a good portion of the elite in the world, but if you think that making more money in a month than an entire family does in their whole lifetime would make you feel any less insecure, you're dead wrong. Movie stars' contracts are weird. During the Fast and Furious movies, Vin Diesel, The Rock, and Jason Statham had it in their contracts that they had to land an equal amount of hits in fight scenes as one another. Apparently, Vin Diesel came up with some kind of system where you assigned points to how many punches, kicks, and headbutts there were. But the worst part of all of that is that in all of their contracts, it says that there wasn't able to be a clear winner in each fight, which I honestly just think ruins the movie. Without the risk of anyone losing a fight, what is literally the point of even doing a fight? What is the point of any of this at all? Imagine in Civil War where Iron Man and Captain America are fighting at the end. Iron Man gets his shit rocked, and it's basically only through Steve's mercy that he lets Iron Man live. Can you imagine if it was in RDJ's contract that he couldn't lose in a fight? That entire scene would be ruined. But not only that scene, the rest of that movie, and then the next movie that comes after that as well, all would be ruined because you don't have an actual reason for why these characters aren't speaking to each other. I guess in Fast and Furious you could just say that they punched each other enough that they don't really want to talk at the moment. But when you come to the verge of nearly killing somebody, that sends a pretty good statement. Some would say a Jason statement. Man, I'm so good on my feet. Hearing this about The Rock, it makes me just think about Black Adam. Was he ever in danger? There was that one part where he wasn't powered and he was running to the water. There was a fake out death. The movies have got to stop doing that. We know they're not going to die. It's The Rock. You're not killing The Rock the first time round. But even in his fights with the Justice Society, he gets rocked into the ground, but he comes up and he's not even scratched. There's nothing on him. There's no clear winner in that fight. And then at the end with the demon bad guy, or whatever the hell he was, just Black Adam, but demon, but you knew he was bad because he had a pentagram on him. I don't think The Rock got hit once in that final fight. I think they just did Justice Society so that they could add some stakes and some tension, like maybe they're gonna lose. But then Black Adam just shows up and just rips the dude in half. It takes like 5 seconds and the fight's over after that. Was he ever going to lose? And if he's never going to lose, what's the point of that fight scene? Like, I get it. You know that the main character is probably not going to die in these things, but at least make it look like there might be some issues. It just feels like it ruins every movie that he's in now, knowing that he can't lose a fight. Speaking of ruining movies, another dumb contract is one that came out of Knives Out, where the director basically said that knowing this is going to ruin every single murder mystery that you ever watch. Now, it's never explicitly been said by Apple, but according to Rian Johnson, who directed this, bad guys can't use iPhones in movies. You know, Apple, that company that allegedly works very closely with the NSA, pollutes more than any of their competitors, and, oh, I don't know, uses child labor to mine for coltan in the Congo. That company has an image to uphold, and they can't tarnish it by a bad guy using one of their phones. The director literally just said that it's going to ruin even his own movies, because all you have to do is just look for the guy that's not using an iPhone, and you've found the killer. Speaking of a killer, the man who killed Apollo Creed in Rocky had his own weird contract conditions when he went to do He-Man in, I guess, the 80s. It looks 80s, right? I just now realize I haven't shaved for this, and I'm not re-recording it. You can deal with this. Dolph Lundgren, who played Ivan Drago in Rocky, by the way, he didn't just kill the guy who played Apollo Creed. Dolph didn't speak much English at the time that he was cast as He-Man, so to fix this, the producers wanted to dub over his lines. But Dolph didn't really want to do that, so to kind of meet in the middle, he basically put into his contract that he gets 3 tries at doing all of his lines before he gets dubbed over, which is about 5 times less than the amount that I normally do when I'm doing each take for one of these cuts. At least with this contract, it kind of just seems like it's to maintain some integrity in what he's doing, because he wants to say his lines. He wants to be the one doing the acting in the movie. Some people just don't even care about that. Some people just want to do whatever they want, and the studio has to accommodate for them. Some more baller examples of that is like Jack Nicholson when he was filming Batman. He put into his contract that he had to be able to go see the Lakers at every single game that they played. And in a similar vein to that, Samuel L. Jackson to this day still has in his contract that he needs to be able to go golfing twice a week. Imagine being in that position where you're just like, I need to work today, but work needs to make sure that I'm allowed to golf. You still pay me how much does he make? Samuel L. Jackson is a man who makes $10 to $20 million per movie he's in, and he's like, you don't get it. I need to golf. And even similar to that, George Clooney, while he was filming Gravity, made them build a basketball court for him because that's the only exercise that he wanted to get. And they did it! They built it for him! Because why wouldn't you? It's George Clooney asking for this. Oh, hello, did you decide to join in? You're gonna be used as a prop in my apology video when I have to make one, aren't you? I just don't know how to make this video, do I? I like that it's just kind of transitioned from traditionally, it's actors just wanting to continue to do whatever they want to do while also making a movie, to nowadays it's almost like it's just to save their own ego and to make them look amazing to the audience. I know I'm sounding like an old man that watches Fox News a lot, but it just seems like they've gotten real soft, these actors these days. Honestly though, if The Rock had just asked if he can include his tequila in Black Adam, like Ryan Reynolds gets to with his gin, I feel like Black Adam just would have been such a better movie, honestly.